Hey guys, what's going on? BlueCool97 here, and welcome back to another video. And today I'm going to be building a redstone house. This is actually a collaboration video with Apleda. So I'm going to be making a redstone house, and then he'll make the house look better, and then he's going to make like a really good house, and then I'll go and fill it full of redstone contraptions. So if you want to see the video where I redstoneify his build, make sure to subscribe to this channel. And if you want to see him fix my build, there'll be a link to his channel in the description of this video. But now guys, let's get started. So for those of you who don't know, I am like terrible at building basically, and I do like a bunch of like redstone stuff. So I'm super good with redstone, terrible builder. So I've already done like a little bit of like kind of maybe like what I want the block palette to kind of look like. So I think I'm going to stick with kind of what I have here. So I'm going to start completely from scratch and get some house going. Now I have no idea how big I really want to build this. So it's going to be kind of interesting. Not 100% sure what I want to do on that bit. I kind of have like the cobblestone there, but I'm thinking maybe what I should do is do something like this with the spruce. Honestly, I think the play is just simply to not put windows right there right now, or worry about any of that kind of stuff. I'm just gonna get the basis of this thing like spell. Okay, now everything seems to be fixed. I honestly have no idea what kind of redstone contraptions I want to even put in this right now. So you walk on in, we'll have like a couple rooms off here on the side so I can add in some things if I want. And then I'll have some secret vault bit kind of here in the back, which I'm not going to actually build right now. I'll work on that later. I should probably worry about lighting. That's probably something I should get on. I don't think this is terrible. I went from just experimenting with pallets and doing just random crap over there to actually just having something semi-good. So it's not terrible. Maybe add in some windows here on the back or something. But I'll kind of do that later as I see fit. Oh my gosh. Okay. Just so I don't get bat spawn in here this entire time. Because talk about with bat farm. What the heck? I don't think I've ever had bats spawn like this before. Okay. Yep. There we go. Alright. So I just threw in some torches and stuff for right now. Brighten it up because I didn't want to have to deal with the bats. So now let's start throwing in some redstone contraptions. Now I'm going to be going like a kind of overboard with this, honestly. Like I'm going to keep it semi-practical, but some of the things I'm going to put in here, it's like, dude, you didn't need that. But you know what? I'm going to do it anyways. Alright, now first things first. We need a way to open this door here. Now, what I'm thinking is I kind of want to make this a little funny. So what I'm going to kind of go for is, I don't want this to be like any ordinary door. What I want is I want the person to basically stand here on this block. They're going to press a button, and rather than open the door, it's going to like drop them down and like push them over, and then launch them up over here. Just because I think that would be kind of hilarious. Now, something I did not think through actually very well at all is this is a super flat world, and I don't actually have a whole lot of room to work with for putting things into the ground. So you know what? If all those fails, I'll just clone everything I have, put up in the sky somewhere, and then keep going, and then just be like, yeah, fly up here and do it up there, because I didn't think of that very well at all. Alright, so I ended up having to move the entire house up here just because I was running out of, like, underground space down there. So yeah, it's up here now, and I got the redstone and stuff all done for the doorway there. Now I think there was a simpler way I could have done it, but it is what it is. So I'll just stand here, press the button, kind of drop in, push over, they go up, and because of how this thing has to work, the timings are like 100% exact, so this thing doesn't get pushed up right away once you get launched up. Also because, yeah, like, hit your head on the thing, but you still do come in. So what I'm thinking is when you come in here, you will have, like, some storage. So I'm thinking, like, I already kind of started a little bit of work here. Maybe, like, some stairway that leads down, like, a little bit of a storage compartment there. Then I'm thinking about also throwing in, like, a shulker box kind of swapper over here. But as of right now, I'm kind of working on this here. So they'll kind of drop on in, you just have your 5 little barrels there, store whatever you need there. Now, I am working on a little bit on some lighting stuff as well for down here. But really now I need to head up. I need to head down there and do some redstone work. So basically what we have going on here is we have a single piston extension right here, a double piston extender, and then we also have one that is going to kind of extend out and then over. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting a little bit of work on this. I'll be right back with you guys once I kind of have something done here. Alright, so as much as I would have liked to use a button for this, I ended up having to use a lever on it. That way the whole thing would kind of be able to work. But as you can see, kind of walking down here, I have a little area to work. And the redstone behind this is actually a lot bigger than I would have liked it to be. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it did end up working, but it was a little bigger than I wanted it to be. But it's alright. Alright, now all I need is a shulker box swapper. And that's not going to be too hard to build. So what it's going to need to be is I'm going to need a piston to kind of break the shulker box here. I'll need a dispenser to shoot it out. So I'll bring it forward one just so that way it's not in the wall. And then I'll need a hopper to put it back into the dispenser there. And then I'll also need some redstone circuitry so that way when I press the button that thing extends and then that thing fires. So we got our blue shulker box here now. We can do whatever. Go ahead, press this button. Except for when that happens, it works. So I should probably, make something so that way that can't happen. So I'll do something a little bit like this here. That way it just doesn't fly up and over, because we really don't want that happening. But now that I have this little thing here, you can go ahead, open the shulker box, press the button, it'll break off, and you'll get your next one. Now, obviously, because I'm using dispensers, it is kind of like random in the way that it goes. But I think this is, it's just pretty small, and it works pretty nicely. Now, I guess as far as like furniture and stuff goes, I don't really actually have anything in here yet. So I might want to do something about that here in a bit. So now I think what I'll do is I'll move on into this room over here and kind of figure out what I want to do. Also, I might just change this up so it's not like open right here, but we'll see. So what I think I'm going to do over here in this room is I want to kind of have this be a place where you can go, you can like cook up anything, like maybe some furnaces, maybe a little super smelter kind of small thing in here. Now maybe not even really super smelter, it's more of an automatic smelter kind of bit. So we'll kind of see what I end up doing, but I think first things first is getting in a little bit of the super smelter bit, which I kind of want to put on the back of this wall here. Alright, now that that's done, now I just need to make it so that way you can put fuel and items into this thing. So I actually hated the way it looked, and I thought it was just really fill up the room with unnecessary garbage. So I think the plan is I'm just going to shove this entire thing underneath the house, and then you'll just have like an input chest for the fuel and for the items, and then the stuff will just come from the chest over, and you won't even see any of the stuff cooking up. And then maybe I'll have like light indicators telling you like the fuel levels or something. I don't know. That might be a little ambitious, but it's okay. Alright, so I think I have everything done. So I have the fuel, the items, and the smelted items. And I just threw in some fuel and some items, so hopefully here in a little bit we should see some things get cooked up. But then we'll have a nice little smelting area there, and it's not too bad actually. Here's all the circuitry behind it, you know, nothing crazy, nothing crazy. The coal does get distributed up pretty evenly. I threw in a 64, and everything got 7, except because of how the system works a little bit. These ones down here had like 11, so they had like a few more extra than what they should have had. But it doesn't matter that much, and it does work. As long as we get all 64 items in here, this thing will be working. Now, I did only get 52 items, and I was pretty sure that I threw in 64. So, I'm not 100% sure what happened to the rest of the items, actually. Well, you know, I'm not entirely sure what happened with that, nor do I care that much. It worked well enough, so I'm going to call that an absolute win. You know, just go ahead and do something like that, because, you know, that looks pretty nice now. Now, something else that we'd probably need in here is probably some, like, brewing thing. Now, I could do, like, automatic, brewing. However, I'm not gonna do automatic brewing. The best bit that we're getting here right now is like a chest, hopper right into it with a brewing stand, with another hopper there, with a hopper here, with chest and a chest. So that's where your bottles would go. So you put your bottles in there, your items there, and your blaze powder in there. However, as far as pulling it out goes, as long as there's something underneath of it, it's gonna like suck it out. So really, there's not like a whole lot you can like do about that, because I don't feel like hooking up the redstone to that. And honestly, I've never even made an automatic one before that does have the redstone hooked up to it. Okay, so as far as this one goes, I think that is actually pretty good. You have your brewing in here, your smelting in here. Also, you know what? You might want to do maybe just a little bit of crafting. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and get out some water, because you probably want to be able to fill up your bottles, you know? So we'll just kind of go like that so they can fill up the water bottles there. And then, yeah, then as I was saying before, probably want to be able to do a little bit of crafting. Now, I was thinking about maybe chucking in like a block swapper bit thing here into the floor to have that kind of come up. But, like, at the same time, it's like, I could just very well just chuck in like a crafting table right there and call it good. Heck, I could even just put a crafting table underneath that. Which honestly, I think I'm just gonna do because it looks nice. It looks nice. I'm gonna go ahead and head over to this other room, and in here I want to put like I think some enchantment stuff. I'm definitely want to put some enchanting. All right, so for the enchantment room, what I'm thinking, I'm just gonna have some bookshelves, and they'll come popping up out of the floor for some max enchantment things. So that's where the enchantment table will go. So I'll need the bookshelves kind of chilling around like here. So what I want to do is I almost want them completely encased in the floor. So what I might do is have the floor get pulled out of the way, and then have double piston extenders push all the bookshelves up. But we'll see how fancy I end up getting.
One eternity later.
Okay, so I finally ended up getting this thing done. It took me way longer than I would have liked. However, I hate how it looks with the floor, and I don't like how there's just a gap here. So I'm probably going to end up either redoing the entire flooring in this house, or do something else with this, but we'll see. Now, the only thing I need to do is I think I'm going to pop in like an anvil or something in here. Maybe just throw that down over here. And I guess if I don't end up changing the flooring, I could just put like, I don't know, like some barrels here. Just chuck them right there maybe. Now I just need to work on the back room here, some special secret vault. Alright, so for the vault, I'm thinking I'm just going to do a little simple, bring some blocks back like this, make it a little extra thick, and then chuck like some iron on the inside to make it look like it's some iron vault, and that way you just can't see the ugly iron from the outside. So I'll just bring this up, make it look like it's part of the house. However, the redstone behind it, though, this honestly might need to be a little bit bigger than what I want. Because I was thinking about doing like some redstone torch key, but we'll see what I end up doing with this. Alright, so I have the room pretty much built now. Obviously, I'm going to do something different with lighting, but now I just need to get a door in. Alright, so I believe I have this thing all done and working here. So I just put a little sign here, that way he knows to place the redstone torch there. Place redstone torch there, door opens up, and they can walk on in, you know, and access all of the goodies. Come back out, place the redstone torch, close it all up. Now, the only thing with this is you can see a sticky piston there, and I really just don't like how this looks. I actually don't like the flooring at all. However, the oak on the top of this, I actually was kind of liking, so I think I'm going to change the floor to oak. But something else I want to do is I want to actually make a bit of like a stairway kind of a thing almost right here. So it'll come on up, and here at the top, so I've got some slabs, spruce slabs here. I want to make like a bit of like a loft kind of a thing almost, just here in this room. And then come on up, and then I think I'll have, this will have like a bed in here. But then you kind of have a little area up here, you know, you can kind of just hang out and sleep, kind of in the enchantment room. So it's not too bad. I don't think this thing looks too bad. I think I did a pretty good job. But now let's go ahead and do a final run through it. So we'll come up to the door here, press this button, drop on down, and should get fired up. And I did replace this block. Okay, come here if I did that or not. And door does open. Alright, door does open. Alright, now come inside, kind of check the floor down here. Here we go. I think I'll keep maybe this granite. Actually, nah, I should probably swap this out to be oak, just so it like matches the stuff up there. Okay, so that was the only thing we had to fix so far, was just that. Everything else seems to be working pretty good. Pull this all back up. Alright, there we go. Sugar box swapper. Still seems to be working. Oh, we got the other one again. Awesome. Alright, and then we'll come in here on the right. We do have the brewing over here, so we got the, you know, the blaze powder input there. We've got all the items we put through the top, bottles there, and then you do have to take them out. Manual potion deposit. Yep, fill the bottles there. Pretty cool. Okay, but now the real thing we need to test is we need to test this system here. So I'm going to go ahead, grab out some coal, chuck in a stack there, and then I also want to chuck in a stack of blocks there, and we'll see if this thing all gets cooked up. However, while it's smelting up the items, I'm going to go check the other room. So, over here, we have the enchantment room. Hit this. Bookshelves all come up. You should get max enchantments on there. Just got a sword real quick, kind of double check that, and sure enough, sharpness 3, and hit it again. All goes back down on the floor. Coming up here, you know, you just have this little thing, no redstone up here, nothing to really test. Anvil in the corner, pretty sweet, pretty sweet. And then, here we go. We have the redstone torch key, place that down there, gets broken, door opens up. And then we have all of our goodies inside here. Nice little vault. Place it back on there. All closes in. Oh, I know what's happening. Obviously, they're not going to be able to go in because they have to go into these hoppers. If they were going to get cooked up, it'd have to be in like these hoppers here, then they could go in. They're just going in the complete wrong hoppers. So that just means it has something to do with the minecarts. So I guess somehow that minecart is dropping off its items occasionally into there. Honestly, that's not really a problem I care about that much. Like, at the end of the day, it's working pretty well. But guys, that's all I have time for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. But guys, with that being said, have a great day and don't forget to stay cool. See you guys. So if you do want to see Apleda come and fix this redstone house, then make sure you go subscribe to his YouTube channel. And if you want to see me fix up his, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel because I'll be posting that here as well. There will be a link to his channel in the description of this video. But guys, have a great day.